Before we dive in, a quick but important warning. This video contains major spoilers for the entire first season of Attack on Titan. We'll be discussing key plot twists, character deaths, and revelations that are best experienced firsthand. If you haven't watched season 1 yet and want to go in fresh, bookmark this video and come back after you've watched. Trust me, the shock value of these moments is worth preserving. For everyone else who's already seen it or doesn't mind spoilers, let's get started.
Birds glide peacefully across the afternoon sky, the shadows dancing over the quiet streets below. Life moves at its usual rhythm. Voices, footsteps, laughter. Then the birds scatter. A massive hand grips the wall's edge. The ground shakes, and rising above the 50-meter barrier, a face, skinless, impossibly huge. Every head turns, every breath stops. The colossal titan stares down at them. Their world of safety ends in a single, terrible moment. What if everything you knew about safety, about civilization, about humanity's place in the world, was shattered in a single moment? In 2013, an anime exploded onto the scene that would redefine what the medium could achieve. Attack on Titan didn't just tell a story about giant monsters eating people. It crafted a visceral exploration of fear, freedom, and what it means to fight back when the odds are impossibly stacked against you. Today, we're diving deep into Season 1 of Attack on Titan. We'll break down the major plot points, analyze the themes that made this series a cultural phenomenon, and build toward that jaw-dropping climax that left millions of viewers desperate for answers. Whether you're a longtime fan looking to relive the experience, or someone curious about what all the hype was about, this is your complete guide to humanity's first desperate stand against the Titans. Let's get into it. Attack on Titan opens with a deceptively peaceful scene. Market vendors call out their wares. Children laugh in the streets, safe behind walls that have stood for 100 years. We're introduced to humanity's last refuge, 3 massive concentric walls named Maria, Rose, and Sina. How long can humanity hide? For 100 years, these walls have protected humanity from extinction at the hands of the Titans. Massive humanoid creatures that devour humans seemingly without purpose or reason. Our protagonist, Eren Yeager, lives in Shiganshina district with his adopted sister, Mikasa Ackerman, and their friend, Armin Alert. Right from the start, the series establishes something crucial. This piece is built on stagnation and fear. The setup. Eren represents a minority viewpoint in this world. While most people have accepted life within the walls, he dreams of joining the scout regiment and exploring the world beyond. His father, Grisha, supports this curiosity, whilst his mother, Carla, fears for his safety. This family dynamic isn't just character development. It's the show setting up its central philosophical conflict. Do you choose safety in a cage, or freedom with all its terrifying risks? Mikasa is introduced as extraordinarily skilled and protective of Eren, whilst Armin is the brains of the trio, physically weak but intellectually sharp. These 3 form the emotional core of the entire season. The inciting incident, then everything changes. A 60-meter colossal titan, taller than the walls themselves, appears at the gate. In one devastating kick, it breaches Wall Maria. Smaller titans pour through, and Shiganshina becomes a feeding ground. This sequence is masterfully constructed. The show doesn't cut away from the horror. It forces us to witness every agonizing second. The camera lingers unflinching. We watch Eren's mother, Carla, trapped beneath rubble. We see her final moments as a titan picks her up and, well, the scene that traumatized a generation of anime fans. The image burns itself into your mind. Some things you can't unsee, unforgettable, seared into memory. The horror is complete and unflinching. It's a scene that changes you as a viewer. There's no turning back from what we've witnessed. There's no looking away from what happens next. What makes this effective isn't just the shock value, it's personal. The story could have shown us anonymous casualties to establish the threat. Instead, it takes someone central to our protagonist's life and forces us to experience his helplessness. Eren's scream as he's carried away isn't just grief. It's the sound of something breaking and reshaping inside him. His vow to kill every last Titan isn't heroic bravado. It's trauma calcifying into purpose. The narrative jumps forward 2 years. Eren, Mikasa, and Armin have joined the 104th Training Corps. This extended training arc serves multiple purposes, and it's far more sophisticated than typical military training montages. Character introduction. We meet the supporting cast who will become crucial to the story. John Kirstein, a pragmatic soldier who clashes with Eren's idealism. Sasha Blaus, whose comedic moments provide necessary relief. Connie Springer, Rainer Braun, Annie Leonhardt, and others. Each character is given distinct motivations for joining the military. Some want to join the prestigious military police and live safely in the interior. Others, influenced by Eren's passion, consider the Scout Regiment despite its apocalyptic casualty rates. The series uses this time to explore how trauma affects different people. Eren has channeled his pain into vengeful determination. Mikasa has become emotionally dependent on protecting Eren, her last family. Armin struggles with feelings of worthlessness, believing he's a burden to his friends. The system. We learn about the 3 military branches: the Scout Regiment that ventures beyond the walls, the garrison that maintains them, and the military police who serve the king in the interior. This isn't just world building, it's a class system. Those who succeed most in training get to choose safety, whilst the rest face death. The Battle of Trost. The training arc culminates in graduation, but there's no time for celebration. The colossal Titan appears again, breaching Walrose at Trost District. What follows is 8 episodes of desperate urban combat, and it's here that Attack on Titan fully reveals its vision. The omnidirectional mobility gear creates a unique combat style. Humans zip through a vertical cityscape, attempting to slice the Titan's weak point at the nape of their necks. The series doesn't shy from showing how outmatched humanity truly is. We watch trained soldiers make tactical decisions, execute them perfectly, and still die in horrific ways. The death toll is staggering, and many casualties are characters we've spent time with during training. The twist. Then comes the moment that changed everything about this series. Eren is swallowed by a Titan while saving Armin. He appears to die in episode 5. Except he doesn't. A mysterious 15-meter Titan appears, different from the others. It attacks Titans with rage and purpose. Eventually, we discover the truth. Eren has somehow transformed into a Titan himself. This revelation completely recontextualizes the story. Suddenly, this isn't just humans versus monsters. There's something far more complex happening. How can a human become a Titan? What does this mean about the Titan's true nature? The military's reaction is telling. Rather than seeing Eren as a potential weapon against the Titans, many want to execute him immediately. Fear overrides strategic thinking. Only the passionate advocacy of Commander Pixies convinces them to use Eren in a desperate plan to seal the breach in Trost. The boulder. The plan is straightforward. Eren in Titan form will carry a massive boulder to plug the hole in the wall, whilst the military keeps other Titans at bay. Of course, nothing goes smoothly. Eren's first transformation leaves him mindless and violent. He attacks Mikasa before being subdued. This introduces another layer of complexity. The Titan ability is powerful but unstable and dangerous. When Eren finally regains control and successfully seals the breach, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best. Trust has been saved, but at tremendous cost. The revelation of a Titan shifter within humanity's ranks creates as many problems as it solves. With trust secured, the focus shifts to the Scout Regiment and their charismatic, ruthless commander Erwin Smith, along with humanity's strongest soldier, Captain Levi Ackerman. Eren is placed in Levi's Special Operations Squad for both training and surveillance. If he loses control, Levi has orders to eliminate him. This creates fascinating tension. Eren is simultaneously humanity's greatest hope and its potential doom. The 50th Exterior Scouting Mission. The scouts venture beyond the walls with Eren hidden among their ranks. The stated goal is to head for Shiganshina, but Commander Erwin has a secret objective: draw out a suspected enemy. The series has been planting clues throughout. Eren isn't the only Titan shifter. The colossal and armored Titans that breached the walls displayed intelligence and purpose. Someone, or something, is orchestrating humanity's destruction from the shadows. The female Titan. The enemy reveals herself, a 15-meter Titan with obvious intelligence, searching specifically for Eren. Her combat abilities are extraordinary, slaughtering Scout Regiment soldiers with brutal efficiency. What makes this arc compelling is how it deconstructs Eren's growth. He's gained power, joined the Scouts, and wants to fight. But Levi orders him to trust his squad and keep running. Eren must choose between his desire for vengeance and faith in his comrades. He chooses trust. His squad engages the female Titan alone to protect him. They're massacred. Every member of Levi's elite squad dies. These weren't background characters. We'd spent time understanding their personalities, their skills, their trust in each other. Their deaths hit hard because they mattered. Eren transforms in rage and grief, fighting the female Titan directly. Despite his anger, he loses. The female Titan nearly captures him before Levi and Mikasa intervene, forcing her to retreat. The capture! Erwin's plan reaches its culmination. He's anticipated the female Titan's path and laid a trap in the forest of giant trees. The scouts use specialized equipment to immobilize her, and Commander Erwin demands she reveal herself. When she doesn't comply, Erwin makes a chilling decision: leave her there and continue the mission. The female Titan's desperate roar attracts pure Titans that begin devouring her, and in the chaos, the scouts retreat. The revelation. Back within the walls, suspicion grows about the female Titan's identity. Her combat style was too refined, suggesting military training. She seemed to recognize some soldiers, sparing certain individuals. The brutal truth: it's Annie Leonhardt, one of Eren's fellow trainees from the 104th Corps. The series has been extraordinarily clever here. Annie was introduced early, given personality and screen time, developed relationships with other characters. We watched her teach Eren hand-to-hand combat techniques. Now, retroactively, every interaction carries new weight. The Stohes District battle. Eren and the scouts attempt to capture Annie in Stohes District, an interior city that hasn't seen Titans in over a century. When cornered, Annie transforms, and the resulting battle destroys much of the district. This fight is personal in a way previous battles weren't. Eren and Annie were comrades. They trained together, ate together, survived Trost together. Now they're trying to kill each other, their Titan forms smashing through buildings and crushing civilians. The military's worst fears are realized. Titan shifters fighting in populated areas causes catastrophic collateral damage. The very power meant to save humanity becomes a weapon that destroys it. The climax of Season 1 operates on multiple levels, each more disturbing than the last. The fights end. Eren defeats Annie, but barely. She crystallizes herself in an unbreakable substance before interrogation, leaving humanity with more questions than answers. Why did she attack? Who is she working with? What's her ultimate goal? But the true climax isn't this fight. It's what the fight reveals. The wall's secret. During the battle, a section of Stoess's wall is damaged. Inside, embedded within the wall itself, is a Titan's face. Let that sink in. The walls that have protected humanity for a century, that represent absolute safety and civilization's last refuge, are made of Titans. This revelation recontextualizes everything. Someone created these walls using Titan power. Someone has kept this truth hidden from humanity. The entire foundation of society within the walls is built on a lie. Political implications. The season ends with multiple factions vying for control. The military police want to suppress information and maintain order. The Scout Regiment wants answers and is willing to challenge authority to get them. The Church of the Walls, which worships the walls as sacred, clearly knows more than they're saying. And somewhere out there, Titan shifters are working toward unknown goals. Unanswered questions. Season 1 masterfully sets up mysteries for future seasons. Who are the colossal and armored Titans? Why did they attack humanity? How are Titans created? What's in Eren's basement that his father said contains the truth? Who built the walls, and why from Titans? What happened to the world beyond the walls? Attack on Titan's first season succeeds because it understands that spectacle without substance is empty. Yes, the action is phenomenal. The ODM gear combat remains some of the most dynamic in anime. Yes, the horror is visceral and uncompromising. But what makes it truly exceptional is how it uses these elements to explore deeper themes. Freedom versus security. The walls represent humanity choosing survival over freedom. It's a devil's bargain. You'll live, but in an increasingly smaller cage, accepting ignorance about your own history and nature. Eren represents the opposite extreme. Freedom at any cost, even if it means death. The series doesn't present either position as entirely correct. It shows the human cost of both philosophies. The cycle of violence. Every act of violence in this series creates more violence. Eren's quest for vengeance against Titans leads him to become one. Annie's attack kills hundreds of innocent people. The battle to stop her kills hundreds more. Where does it end? Truth and power. Those in power, the monarchy, the military police, the church, maintain control through information suppression. The truth about the walls, about Titans, about history itself is weaponized. Knowledge becomes the most dangerous thing in this world. The human cost. Finally, Attack on Titan never forgets that its statistics are people. Every casualty percentage represents someone's friend, family member, loved one. The series makes us care about characters before killing them, forcing us to feel the weight of each death. Season 1 ends with humanity having survived, barely, but with their entire understanding of reality shattered. The walls aren't protection, they're a prison. The Titans aren't mindless monsters, they're weapons. And somewhere, someone is orchestrating humanity's extinction. The question isn't whether humanity can survive, it's whether they deserve to, and what they'll become in the process. That's our complete breakdown of Attack on Titan Season 1. If you enjoyed this analysis, please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what your favorite moment from this season was, and whether you'd like to see breakdowns of future seasons. Thanks for watching, and remember, having the freedom to fight doesn't mean you'll win, but it means you haven't given up. See you next time. Still here? Good, because Season 2 answers every question you just had and makes everything so much worse. Talking Titans, betrayals from within, and the truth about Eren's mother that will destroy you. If you want the full Season 2 breakdown, subscribe now and hit the bell. You're going to need help processing what comes next. The truth is coming.